Royals expert Daniela Elzer has commented that Prince Harry's decision to step back from the royal family may have been due to his backseat role behind the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's kids. Prince William and Kate's children, Prince George, 8, and Princess Charlotte, 6, made their first official event appearance this week for the Duke of Edinburgh Prince Philip's Thanksgiving service. It was a major event for George and Charlotte, marking the first of many long church services, military ceremonies and mandatory HRH outings they'll be expected to attend. However, the commentator argues that what set the moment apart was that it marked the first occasion that Harry would have had to publicly take his place behind his niece and nephew in public. At the end of the Thanksgiving service, the royals made their way out of the event in order of precedence. This saw Prince Charles and his wife, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, followed by George and Charlotte and their parents William and Kate, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, after returning from their Caribbean tour. The three generations of kings followed one another out of Westminster Abbey. The moment also showed how Prince Harry would have tailed behind his niece and nephew if present at the service, as opposed to side by side with his brother William. This, Elsner argued, could have been a shock change to 37-year-old Harry, who is used to being on equal footing with William. Whilst the Duke of Sussex was born in the number 3 spot for the line of succession, he is now 6th in line after William's small children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. The Duke of Sussex had announced earlier in the month of March that he would not be attending his grandfather's service due to security concerns. Harry is reportedly, however, hoping to visit his grandmother the Queen during his visit to the Netherlands. Royal experts reveal Prince Harry's memorial service snub completely dominated conversations and overshadowed service. Daily Mail's royal editor Rebecca English made this claim during her interview with MailPlus Palace Confidential. She was quoted saying, "I certainly know from speaking to the few people I did in the congregation, that Harry was a big topic of conversation amongst them as well as Andrew. People thought despite everything that had happened it was pretty poor form that he didn't go. There was a fantastic turnout of European royalty. I think I counted almost 30 members of various royal families there, which I think shows you how loved and appreciated Philip was. There was one person notable by their absence, and that was Prince Harry. In one way I don't think it was a bad thing because everyone would have been looking at him." Before concluding she added, "Everyone would have been trying to assess his body language and the interactions he had with the rest of the family, given everything that has gone on." On the other hand, Prince William and Prince Harry have seen their relationship heavily scrutinized as reports began to emerge shortly after the Duke of Sussex's marriage to Meghan Markle about tensions between the two households. Face-to-face contact has been limited since the Duke moved his family to North America in 2020, and he only returned to the UK twice since. Despite speculation about their feud still outgoing, PA royal correspondent Alan Jones insisted William and Harry's unbreakable bond will ultimately push the two brothers to reconcile. Speaking to True Royalty's The Royal Beat, Mr. Jones said, "I think William has still got a lot of time for Harry. He's his little brother at the end of the day. Even though they haven't seen eye to eye, I think there is still that brotherly bond. Their mother's death has created this unbreakable tie between them. At the end of the day, he will always put his arm around him, whatever he said about the family." The Duke of Cambridge was rather curt last year when confronted about Harry and Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah Winfrey, in which they accused an unnamed member of the royal family of having questioned their son's skin color ahead of his birth. The Duke of Cambridge unexpectedly broke his silence when asked whether he had spoken with his younger brother after the interview was aired last March. He said, "No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do." Prince William then added, "We are very much not a racist family." With Prince William due to bring his Earthshot Prize awards to the United States this year, chances of a reunion between the two brothers are substantial.